everyone, we have a special deal going on.
Everything is 30% off from this hoodie, Fear Everyone Careful Boys merch, including the Fear Everyone socks.
Link is in the description box below. It's gonna end at the end of the month, so go now.
It depends on the context, and also like who's gonna go to Reddit and tell the most unbiased side of the story.
Right.
Yeah, like, oh, my husband was an alcoholic after I divorced his ass and he drank himself to death.
And we are going to be chiming in on an Am I the Beep Hole? Self-censored.
That makes it sound so much worse.
Am I the Beep Hole? Oh, that is kind of worse, huh?
Can you bleep his bleep in the edit?
What if I go, am I the ass beep?
No, because the ass is the part that's gonna...
You just said it again.
He points it out to you.
We almost had it.
Dude, sometimes censoring can be more inappropriate than actually hearing the word.
Yeah, like that one gamer whose name was Nasser. Did you see that? So
Like
his name
Larry
was
Nasser?
Yeah, his name was Nasser, and he then the game asterisk ASS. So it looks like he's saying that he looks like his name's the N-word instead.
Oh my goodness. That's hilarious, though.
I was editing one of the JK videos and Bart said vinegar and Kaylene's like, you gotta censor that. I'm like, why do you have to oh wait. When I broke it down.
Wow.
I never realized what that word was.
Because you know what Bart was really trying to say.
For real.
Oh my. Hey, this one actually just got removed. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Why, because it was that bad?
I don't know. Now it's locked.
The article?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Luckily, I have a bunch of these articles, so we're gonna just chime in on another one.
Oh, you can't see it anymore?
You think the OP like deleted their own post?
Maybe, yeah. Got caught.
Yeah. All right. My family members.
Maybe they expose his identity.
Am I the people for refusing to sit next to a picture of my late husband and telling my daughter I will not be going to her wedding if that is her plan? So,
What?
Yeah, wait.
my late husband and I didn't have a good relationship.
Fuck him, go to hell.
He struggled with alcoholism and ultimately drank himself to death after I divorced him. After some time,
You made him
I
sad,
remarried.
bitch.
It's always her fault, yes. After some time, I remarried, but my daughter doesn't get along with my new husband. They have a strained relationship, and I married him while she was in college, so she has hated that I've remarried and is kind of a dick to my husband. My daughter is getting married soon, and while I'm excited for her, I've had some concerns about how she's planning the wedding. She mentioned wanting to include a picture of my late husband at the ceremony, which I completely understand as a way to honor him. However, she also wants me to sit next to his picture during the ceremony, and my husband would sit elsewhere. I told her that I'm not comfortable with that arrangement. I also learned she wanted me to sit with the picture at the family table, and my husband wouldn't be sitting there either.
Where the fuck is he gonna sit?
I told her no. She got upset and said I was being selfish and disrespectful to her and her father's memory. I told her if that's her plan, I won't be able to attend the wedding. She called me a jerk, and now my family's involved.
Oh shit, dude, weddings make everybody feel so fucking weird, dude. There's always, anytime there's a wedding, there's always some weird clash.
Always family drama, right?
Yeah, over some shit. It's like,
Did you have that for yours?
no, not really. Ours was small, but like, because it was small, we didn't really have any like drama.
So it could have been if it wasn't. If you couldn't use the COVID excuse of like, sorry, we can only have this many people, and you're like, thank God that fucking aunt didn't come, or like whatever.
For sure. But like, we had friends that just went to a wedding, and like, there was all this drama between the groom's family and the bride's family, and like the city
within each other or against each other.
within each other.
So like in their own family.
Yeah. There's always something, right?
I think bringing family drama to a wedding is really petty and stupid.
Well, I think a lot of times I don't want to say they make it about themselves, but in their own way they do, right? It seems like. But I can understand why the mom wants to sit next to her fucking husband.
Right.
Like her actual, husband?
You can't sit next to both. You can't sit next to the.
To that, it seems like the daughter is purposely trying to put her in a weird situation.
Well, because she doesn't like her fucking new husband. Clearly, right?
And then she's probably also like, this is my wedding, let me just have it my way as well.
Thing at a wedding though, like
That's the whole point. Is like, it's my wedding. I'm paying for this, so I want to do it the way I want to do it. And if you don't want to do it that way, then go fuck yourself.
Which is fair if it's not impeding on somebody else's.
But
like,
that's your mom, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your mom. That's different. Like,
But this just tells me they got a fucked up relationship to begin with,
Yeah.
right? Because she doesn't get along with her new husband, the daughter, right? She didn't explain why.
Right.
That's a big mystery to me. Because the way she's treating it is she fucking hates this guy. She doesn't even want him there.
Is that reasonable to say, like, I don't want this stepdad? Like, I don't think he should be at my wedding. I think that's reasonable.
Why?
If you don't like a stepdad.
It depends on the context, and also like, who's gonna go to Reddit and tell the most unbiased side of the story?
Right.
Yeah, like, oh, my husband was an alcoholic after I divorced his ass and he fucking drank himself to death.
I mean, you know, you don't know. I mean, you take, for the sake of objectivity and participating in these things, you take the word for what it is, face value.
and then we do alternate universe right after, like the other side.
I think JK News has to be careful with that. That's why we're the careful boys.
But like, if
We take
it-
alternate.
also,
we have
if-
to acknowledge empathetically.
like, it just doesn't. If this guy was a vile human being, like her ex-husband, like he was a horrible motherfucker, why would the daughter want to honor him at all? Because she had a different relationship
This
completely.
is true.
Usually, when people hate someone in the family, they were fucked up to everybody, and then they'd like fuck this guy.
But then there's like, you know, daddy's girl though, you know?
Well, I mean, okay, so in my family, my grandpa was an alcoholic, and my grandma divorced him because he fucking gambled all the properties away. Ooh. And
Wait, gambled property away?
yeah, they're loaded. They had like 3-4 homes, and then
And he put
and he
real
loved
estate
and
on
he
the table.
he loved his hookers and he loved his fucking alcohol. I asked my mom if
cool
she
guy.
had any resentment toward him, and she goes, "No, I liked when he was drunk. He was the most happiest dude on earth. He wasn't a mean drunk. He was just drunk all the time, but he wasn't abusive. He was whatever." She goes, "So my personal relationship with my father was great, but my grandma was like, you pathetic motherfucker, you know, like I always have to fucking, you know." So in that situation, yeah, it might be similar to here, where it's like he was like maybe like a good dad in that sense, but then like a horrible husband. It could happen too, right?
Yeah, could happen.
But like, why can't they just get over their fucking differences? There's so many red flags here. She doesn't like her new husband. She's being fucking petty about it. Even the mom is like, I would just tell my fucking husband, my new husband, like, look, this is my past other life. Like, you don't have to fucking be at this wedding, but I'm just gonna go. And I think it'd be better if you just don't go. Especially
Yeah.
because of how you guys are like, you guys don't get along. Like, yeah. But then for her new life and her husband is way more important than her daughter and her past life.
Yeah, I see that a lot.
That's hard though, because her past life, sure, but your daughter is like still in your new life. You know?
You want your mom to be alone at the wedding by herself?
With a photo of the late husband.
She has to carry it around too, like it's a funeral.
Did the late husband die? Where'd he go?
That's
he's dead.
that's what
dead,
late
yeah.
is in
Yeah.
terms of the terminology.
Nah, he's not.
He didn't
he's not bad.
RSVP for the fucking
He's just always
invitation.
late. It's a character flaw.
He's drunk all the time.
40 minutes late all the time. That's why we need a photo of him so he's present.
Yeah, that's a tough one because like usually if it's not an absurd request, like even when you know, you consult with your friends or people asking you advice on like their own weddings and stuff like that, one of the most like foundational like idealisms is like, hey, it's your wedding, like do, you know, like dream first, try to hit those dreams, and whatever like little compromises that have to occur, that they do have to occur for the sake of family, you know, like make them reasonable. Don't sacrifice like your most core dreams. But if this happens to be this girl's core dream to like see her parents together, which like in poetry sounds so practical and beautiful to like, you know, her memory of her parents, and like maybe she really hates this new husband, it's like, dang, like if you are on her side, you could understand her request for like optics or for whatever. But then like if it's really like you love your mother and this mother hated her ex-husband and loves her new husband,
Yeah, where's the compromise on both sides?
Yeah.
No one's compromising. That's why this family's kind of weird to me.
You gotta have a little bit of both.
Like, not like the daughter doesn't want to do it, the mom doesn't want to do it. Like, it's weird.
She should be able to bring her.
So what is a good compromise?
She should be able to sit next to the fucking photo, and then sit next to her goddamn her new husband. I think that's the easiest. Like all parties, and it's not like they're gonna be. When you're at,
And it's momentary.
Yeah.
Like,
The
it's
photo's
not
looking at the new husband. They're just staring at each other the whole meal.
I just don't understand. Why the fuck would you want a photo of your dead ass dad at the wedding? That's like a funeral. That's what they do at funerals.
Most tables have like most weddings have a memorial table of all the people who are like dead and couldn't.
Really? Okay. That to
But
me,
not at like one of the tables. It's a separate table. Yeah, it's not at the dinner table.
Right. Why is that necessary?
because you gotta pay for that seat. It's gonna throw out the whole seating chart. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never seen that, so to me it was weird because I'm just associating like a funeral when you see a casket and the, person there, the photos there.
Yeah, but it's not the casket.
Big ass vertical casket.
We're gonna bring the open casket. We gotta dig his ass up, open that shit up.
He's in a tuxedo and shit.
Yeah, I don't know that. If that's what so like I'm trying to picture myself. If I was the mom, it's my daughter's wedding, right? So whatever she wants, then I just fucking comply. That there's no compromise from the mom.
Can you remind me? Did she say that she doesn't want the stepdad there at all?
No,
Or
she
just-
said she doesn't want them to
Sit
sit
somewhere else.
in the family thing.
Yeah, that to me is like that's a petty
That's
thing.
petty,
That's
absolutely.
being petty. That's some lady stuff. Sorry, Kalyne. That's when ladies do to other ladies.
She said it was petty too.
Like I said, it's
Yes,
lady
that's
stuff.
petty. Sorry.
To not make it awkward, I just asked my husband and like stay home. Like, why does he have to go? Or maybe I just don't give a fuck. That's why
Some
it's easy
couples
for
are
me to do it.
inseparable.
You know, I have a situation in my family as well where we have a family rift because one of my unks, he made a new family a long time ago.
Yeah, it's a double family.
He got a double family.
Man.
Now here's the problem with it. The problem is it happened in Vietnam, and then the way that like us ghetto Asian families work, when you travel to Vietnam and stuff like that, you're always like trying to figure out different places to stay. So you stay at like, your brothers or your sisters or your family's house, but then that's where you meet the new family, you meet the kids, and the kids are always innocent, right? It's never their fault.
Yeah.
But then when you find out about it, so for example, I remember me and my sister, we went over there years ago. So we found out about it, but we're kids too. We're innocent. We didn't make any choices, but we know.
You got new cousins.
But we know. So, but then it's also like, do you tell our other cousins? But it's like, oh, it's not our place. That's not our place.
Do you know you got half brothers and sisters?
That's wild, dude.
That's not our place.
And they didn't know.
They don't know. That's hard.
But they decided to let the kids know when they turned of age. And then when the kids found out that some of us knew because we're older,
Oh no.
Waiting till they're of age is even weirder.
the whole family got split in
Divided.
half on some
Yeah.
shit, right?
Why didn't you tell me?
Yeah, and that's so complex because like I understand your rage and resentment.
You're like, I didn't create another family.
Well, because-
I didn't do that.
From every angle, depending on your intentions, there's something bad that comes out of it.
No matter what.
No matter what, yeah.
And it wasn't our actions. We was just, even as kids, we're just following our parents and where we have to
that'd
stay.
be weird.
Getting mad at the other cousins is wild, bro.
Yeah, but like that happened to the point where even at my sister, and here's the thing, like I don't blame them for their anger at all. I like totally like, if there was a right answer, I would have done it, But even at like my sister's wedding, like there was, because like that uncle was invited, a bunch of the family just didn't even show up to certain things.
How does he keep it a secret for 18 years? Like what?
Well, that's the thing. That was the issue with the family. It wasn't a secret where everybody found out at the same time. As people slowly found out because they would like go and visit, and then
Why would he show you like surprise? I have another family.
because at the end of the day, the most important thing maybe for him was to like
them together.
accept like this is a part of my life now. Like accept me for that.
But I didn't tell my wife yet.
Dude, double family is hard. Oh my, that's a nightmare.
He's the asshole for not
100%. He was asshole.
making you guys.
That's an am I the asshole? Yeah. Am I the asshole having 2 families?
Yeah. And then the way he does it too is like, yeah, come stay at my house in Vietnam. And then you go, by the way, I have another family. You never heard of a soft open?
That's the thing though. There's only
like, what
one
the fuck?
asshole in the situation. In this, there's only one actual asshole in it. But in terms of like how the family received it, half of us are assholes.
Yeah, but you can't avoid that.
Right.
Yeah, you're an asshole for this reason or that one.
Right. So.
Are you happy that you didn't tell, or do you wish you would have told?
It's never gonna be my
it's
place.
never
Like
your place.
it's not my place.
So you'd rather be hated by the other family for telling the secret than the cousins?
You were on vacation.
They'll be pissed at you for either one of those decisions.
Yeah.
And like, I was a kid. I don't even know the repercussions of that stuff yet. You know, you're just kind of like. And then also, like I said, the children are always innocent. Not just our side, but even like, what about the other kids?
Why didn't you just say I didn't know?
Right.
You could have just been like, it was never told.
But part of it is like you could understand their anger towards you guys and the other cousins and stuff, but it's still misdirected.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's still like not fair to you.
They should just get mad at the fucking dad.
See, the only thing I could do was
It never works out that way.
not get mad back.
Yeah.
You just take it.
You just take
and
it. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah.
Man, I would have been like, fuck you too, man. You don't understand nothing.
Maybe the dad's paying all their bills.
Because also too, like
That was happening.
there might be a world where they just come around and they realize like, oh yeah, like I'm kind of over it now. And
I
I
would've
see
been
that
mad.
like this is not that crazy.
That I had more brothers and sisters that I couldn't play with, and you've been holding that away from me.
You're hoping for a second family out there.
Really optimistic.
Yeah.
Glass real full.
You know how many times I went to the backyard and played soccer by myself? And you're telling me we had 3 other motherfuckers that I could have kicked the ball to? Yeah. Come on,
You
man.
have a small team.
I think that is the given reaction if you didn't have if you didn't have a lot of siblings your age.
I always wanted some brothers.
But imagine if you did, and this.
No, but the anger point is not about that. The anger point, because I don't even think they're like mad at the kids. It's just like, you did this to my mom. How could you do that to?
Because she didn't know. She didn't know.
That's for sure the hardest, and that's so reasonable.
Yeah.
But then it's also like the other mom. It's like, she's not a villain.
No.
Right.
She might be like the perceived antagonist of the story.
Yeah.
All right, what's worse? Someone fathered, like your dad had another family, he fathered another family, or he was Mr. Affairs.
Mr. Affairs?
Yeah, like no
Oh,
kids,
like multiple affairs.
but he's like a Mr. Player.
Oh.
Was it love or just lust?
Good question. I don't know.
All the above. Combo of everything.
But no kids.
I think if it was like just affairs and lust, I think that's like I would rather have that short-term anger. But then if there's like a whole ass family, there's a lot of like conflicted like the rest of our lives type shit. Like there maybe there's hope with the affair thing to be like, cut that shit out.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, you fucked up and like this is how you're gonna pay for our family, blah blah, and like, but there's no extra baggage that you're like thinking about or worried about. Whereas the other one's like,
it ends when it ends.
now I'm like, I got half brothers and sisters.
And those are mouths to feed.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's totally different.
Yeah.
It's like, so you could have been giving me Christmas gifts, but instead of giving me the fucking dinosaur I wanted, you had to fucking split that with 6 other kids?
Yeah, like that's crazy.
I actually think fathering another family isn't as bad.
Isn't as bad.
Nope.
Wow.
Because it's honorable.
Is it?
To your mom?
Because he still carried out. So like, let's
Responsibility?
yeah. So it's like he had and then he's not having other affairs, right? Whereas like,
That it started
The one
with an
that's-
affair.
but it is an affair. But like,
Multiple times.
but then
Mormon, isn't
like
it?
let's say he had kids, and he's staying as a father. Let's say in the same situation where he had kids, right? If he bounced on the family, I would actually be disappointed. But if he fathered that family,
He bounced on your family to make a family.
No, but in that situation, I thought he's going back and forth.
Well, he's going back and forth, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, he's living a double life.
So and also like, what quality of a father can he be if he's going back and forth?
That's 50% father.
I don't know, man. A lot of military guys are always out, and they're gone for half of the year anyway.
If he's making enough money to father 2 families, he can't be dividing his time very well.
Right.
And if you have a second family, didn't you just commit the one cardinal sin about being a bad father?
So okay, let me.
It's honorable to joke.
Hold on.
It's honorable because he made a mistake and now he has responsibilities that he didn't just shrug away.
I think. Okay, let's say this. Okay, they're having an affair, right?
Yeah.
I think that it's worse that if they were a deadbeat dad, and they're running away from their affair children, than splitting up time between our family and that family and actually raising the kid. I think that's actually a better human being than someone that might give me all their attention and time, but they've abandoned their bastard kids.
You made a commitment.
But the 2 families just seems like so much more of a complex lie to have carried out for so long that
The sin has already been committed, so now we're reassessing the situation. You're already this shitty person. Now are you gonna be even shittier, or are you gonna be at least
But you think
own up to your
that's
shit?
not as shitty?
It's not a
Sub-tier.
oopsies.
yeah.
But that's not as shitty as completely abandoning a oopsie.
So he's a responsible shitty.
But now you're
That's what I'm saying.
But now
That's
you're
the thing.
comparing
Yeah.
the two things are you have a family, another family either way, and the dad's either ditching or staying. The first prop you were saying just cheating.
No, I changed it. I changed it.
So
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
okay.
I
That's
changed it.
well then of course if they're gonna have the other family anyway, then don't ditch
But
them.
then, like, if you make an oopsie extra family, but it's no longer secret, and now it's like, hey, I made this mistake. We're all gonna have to live with this. That's different than if you had a secret family, right?
For 18 years.
Yeah.
So it would be an immediate. You're saying that immediate is more like an honorable trait than to hold it for 18 years and then tell them.
Well, yeah, you're living
I think it's super dishonorable to lie to your family.
Yeah, I think that's the best you can do if you screwed up that bad.
Right. Isn't it?
I think you should own up to your mistakes.
But isn't there like a little bit of you where you're like hoping that both of your wives meet and then they like each other too?
That's best case scenario.
Now that's optimal.
I read Steve Aoki's biography, and his dad is the owner of Benihana, and that happened.
Yeah.
He moved here, and then he had a separate life, and they didn't know about it until he got into a crazy speedboat accident, and then he woke up into the hospital with both of his wives there. And that was the way they found out, was in the hospital going to visit.
That's the most honorable, I think.
That's an ambitious father.
That I
that's all.
respect.